coming on board behind you.
Keep left.
The boy. Ladies and gentlemen, my fellow alcoholics, welcome to Birmingham, or more accurately, a hotel room in Birmingham. It's midnight in Montgomery, but again, that's somewhere else in the state. But I'm sitting here a little bit quiet, do have neighbors, etc., so I don't want to be too loud. But luckily, since I have this microphone I traveled with, which took up a lot of space, not the microphone itself, but the bass unit. So flew in here today, full bag, everything's packed, barely any space. I forgot the power for my laptop. But luckily, if I'm reading the right, it should be able to charge through USB-C in there. So hopefully that'll save the day, because I need it to record, and also I'd like to play games on it, or just just spend time. Admittedly, I do have a whatchamacallit, hold on, tablet, which, speaking of which, does this work? Because I'm going to need it here in a second. See if it's dead or not. Anyways, as it starts up, as you might notice, it is midnight. I could have ordered some food, but it would have taken close to an hour. And then eating at 1, getting up at 8, that's cutting it a bit close. So, and I could have got faster food if I wanted McDonald's or Taco Bell, but I decided to go the healthier route, which is just the basic hotel food. So that's going to be my dinner. Luckily, I did eat lunch before I went to the airport. Anyways, as this is turning on, let me go get the drinks. So I'll be right back. There we go. I don't know why it defaults to being like black. Essentially, yes, I know, thank you. I don't know why it defaults to being almost pitch black as far as darkness is concerned. Darkness imprisoning me, all that I see, absolute horror. Anyways, so, funny story, my life. But another funny story is that I brought, as you see here, 7 shots. Because I was planning on being here for 3 days, being in Georgia for, 3 more days, and then 1 day and a half in Detroit. Atlanta fell through. So basically, I'm here 3 days, fly home on Saturday, and then I get to spend a day, and so there. And then we fly to Detroit for a night. I got to be careful. These are about to spill over. Can't touch. So that's good news, because I didn't do some filming. I blame the cats. Had to get cat food, so that's why I blame them. Why I didn't do some filming earlier today for the green screen. But that also means good news that I get to relax. So I'm going to have to boost the volume on this, because again, I'm not my usual boisterous self. Again, because it's midnight and I have neighbors. So, but what I do have here, where is it? This is my niece's favorite game. Then again, she's also, she was 5, 6. So this right here is, there you go, basically a dice roller. I'll roll a D8. How about that one? Now, I'm going to roll the D8. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. So this one here, I'll just eliminate. Try not to hate. So now I have 6. And let's just pick a classic D6. And let's roll that. 2. 1, 2. So this is my drink. Of course, it has to be that one. What do I mean by that one? It is Black Eagle Bourbon, aged 3 years. I'm assuming 40-80? Yes. 40, you can't really see that, can you? Hopefully that's better. Again, I can't control the lighting here. Well, I mean, I could if I wanted to bring my own lights, but I was already packing for a week, and I had to bring sound equipment. So anyways, the other reason I'm bummed about this, other than the alcohol content, is you can't feel this, but they've only been in the fridge for a couple minutes. and they were traveling with me in carry-on, so they're not cold. So on top of it not being cold, it's full strength. So, and it's bourbon, which is somewhat appropriate for me drinking here in Alabama, where she was swinging hammer. Anyways, good thing about tomorrow, these will all be chilled. I was trying to think, what shot glass should I bring on travel? How about just a clear Hawaiian one? There you go. Nice little girly on the side. Also, I could have just brought the clear one, so that way you can see the pour, rather than, have it be white as my old one is. Anyways, here we go. So there we are. And again, I gotta bring this back. It's gotta be part of my light structure next time, so I'll throw that in one of the bags. Actually, I'll put it in something else. Focus. Here's the smell. Oh yeah. See, when I did the Scotch one, it didn't have that bourbon smell. It had a whiskey smell. It had an oak smell, but this is clearly bourbon. Like I need to do this one of these times where I have Irish, Scotch, Canadian, and bourbon, and I can actually tell you the unique notes. But again, I can't describe it other than it smells like bourbon, because it smells like bourbon. Bourbon has a smell, and that smells like bourbon. Hui. So, but yeah, the upside to these videos here on the road is they're usually a bit shorter. Like I said, I might interlace some videos of me traveling, but for the most part, it's just going to be me, and sometimes quietly talking in a hotel room. So, I'm not stalling, you're stalling. Anyways. So yeah, again, this is why, back to Atlanta being canceled, why I always do refundable traveling, because our schedule is so sporadic. Again, I was supposed to be in Montana flying to here. That changed. Thank God it changed, because our guy here is from Idaho, and it's snowing. Again, he's on the border, and that's where it would have been. Anyways, so that would have been fun travel. So, excuse me. So yeah. So, like I said, as much as I was supposed to do this, I am actually happy. I get to go back, even though I left a week worth of food with the cats. We'll see if it's back. There's a bet for you. Is there going to be the food I left for them for 6 days? Will it still be there when I get back in 3? So, will the neighborhood cats come and eat all of it away? So, but anyways, here's 2 changes in your schedule. Oh, wait a minute. There you go. Bikini out. So, changes to your schedule that actually work out for the best. So, whew, cheers. It didn't like the whiskey. Oh. Whew. Smooth. Ooh. That's only half true, of course, as you can tell. It was smooth. It's that first suspicious purchase you make at a gas station. There's a story behind that. Let me finish this thought first. So it goes in, bourbon taste, whiskey, right off the bat. That's fine and dandy. And it goes down smooth. It honestly went down smooth. Now, once it leaves the throat line, that's when it gets rough. The aftertaste, but the warmth and it just attacks your chest. So, yeah, smooth going down, but you regret it afterwards. Again, I remember when I was in first traveling for school, I was asking this guy at a gas station, like, how much for these, I think it was cheese curds or something like that. He's like, well, I'll tell you what, I'll make you a deal. That should have been my first flag that, no, I don't want to buy whatever those were. Because they were crispy. They were burnt. They were gone, whatever they were. They were literally, he was about to throw them out. Hey, let me make a buck off this naive kid. So again, it was a great idea until you realize why it was cheap. That, again, this wasn't cheap. This was good bourbon. But, man, again, it may be because it was warm. Again, I prefer my liquor cold. So, but as far as taste and stuff concerned, it went down smooth enough. It is a bit smoother than your Jack or Jim. So, that it has that going for it. But again, it was aged for 3 years. So, that's to be understood. So. The fan just came on. I'm assuming that's a heater. It is actually relatively cold here. Actually, it's colder in Arizona than it is here right now, which makes sense. This is the South. I mean, yes, Arizona is the South, but when I say the South, I mean like Dixieland South, humid South. Arizona is dry. So right now, it can be this temperature or it can be cold because, again, there's no humidity, stuff like that. But yeah, anyways, so it's actually getting close to freezing. So again, the freeloaders might want me back so they can stay inside more often. So, whew, whew, whew. Again, that lingering burn is there. So again, this is a good bourbon, but the afterburn is a bit much. So while I recover and while I let my neighbors sleep, I mean, I'm going to turn on my TV and watch some videos, so it's not like it's going to be quiet. And while I try to figure out if my computer will survive without its power supply, let me say thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.